So here in London, I'm talking to Barry Greenstein. Barry, how are you, man?
Okay, first of all, I don't mean to be rude, but the card said it's okay. I can do business email. I can play open face if my friends in the States are up.
Yep.
It's a little early for poker players in the United States now. It's 9:30 on the West Coast.
Yeah, since that's part of the questions I have for you, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Who are you playing? Is that a secret or anything specific?
I can mention one of the guys who gets up usually first because he's on the East Coast. Or actually, I can't. Now that I think about it, I can't mention because there's this lawsuit where they bust a bunch of gamblers in the United States. You hear about that one?
Yeah, I heard about that.
And this is the only way he gets to gambling. Where maybe you never know. There's weird people.
Yeah.
When you get to court, it'll say you weren't supposed to gamble. You know, some people.
Yeah.
Look at this as gambling, although it's like for fun. And,
yeah. So you're playing solitaire over there.
Yeah. So now that I think about it, I can't name any names.
All right. Well, it's an interesting thing.
But for some people, for something in the United States, we're waiting for online poker to come back, and this is the only kind of online poker we can play. One thing I'm really looking forward to. Initially, when Pokerstars came up with their like online apps, that's actually how I got an iPad. They gave me an iPad, said test it out, and I was thinking, be serious. The way I play online poker, I sit at my desk in my office, get my food, and have other things on the screen, and that's how I play online poker. And I didn't really think I'd ever be using some sort of mobile app or cell phone to play online poker.
No.
But now that I've gotten used to like playing this game on a mobile app where I can be playing regular poker, I can be doing other things. Even now I noticed in the tournament I was playing with some kid, he's got 4 screens of poker while he's playing the tournament.
Yeah.
So I want to see if that's...
yeah, that's fine.
I'm really interested to see if that's going to be my new poker experience.
Right.
Once hopefully Pokerstars comes back in the United States. I think it'll be maybe more efficient way to play poker.
Yeah.
That you'll be able to do things. It'll mean that I'll have someone else drive. Maybe if I'm going, let's say you want to go to the golf course. Someone drives, you play online poker on the way there, something like that. The only negative I see about online poker on a mobile app, as opposed to like certain games, like games I play maybe with my kids or whatever, are usually games where you can stop and start whenever you feel like it. You play like Scrabble type game, whatever. You don't have to move right away.
No.
Whereas online poker, you can't just in the middle of a hand.
Or in the middle of a session.
But I guess it's not bad. So you finish off the hand and then you quit. So
yeah, playing cash games that works, right? It's more difficult with tournaments and sitting those, of course. Then you have to have the time.
You have to do it straight through.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be okay. You just quit at the end of the hand. So that's it. So, but I really want to see if that will be what I'll do instead of just sitting at home playing poker.
Yeah.
If I'll be on the go doing other things and get to do that as well, poker. Multitask or more like fit poker in around my life schedule.
Right.
Whereas when you're stuck at a computer, well, then it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Your life had to fit around poker.
Right, I know. This is a very interesting subject, and I always chasing the rush or the adrenaline or the thrill of playing all the time. Have you thought about that? That it's using your brain too much, too many hours of the 24 you have every day?
Well, I've seen studies both ways. Of course, you see the studies that as people get older, people who use their brain and play games don't get Alzheimer's as frequently, that it's really important not to let your brain atrophy. So I noticed the other day, I was sitting in a poker room, and I was playing open face on the app, I was playing live poker, I was making bets on the football games on the screen, and then some guy who's a doctor said, I don't think you're ever going to get Alzheimer's, because I'm always doing 3 things. On the other hand, there are studies that say what they do is they have people do something taxing, and then they have them do another brain activity.
Yeah.
And it shows that if you wear your brain down, you're not going to be as good at that other activity.
Like
so there's that type of view that you can make it so you aren't going to be able to perform as well as something where you need to focus.
Right. It's sort of the same with sleep and so on, but like the brain needs to rest.
Right.
That's what a lot of people say, that if you don't get the rest, it's going to be a mishmash up
we know
there.
you have to get your REM sleep.
Yeah.
And we know just you have to sleep. And I try to do that. But while it's been this way since I've been young, I don't like wasting time. And I always wanted to do something. And for me, like even when I was younger, school wasn't that important. School was very easy for me because my family's educated. But I wanted to learn all the time. And what that meant was having a book with me. If there was a downtime, I'd want to look through the book. I'd want to read. I always felt bad if I was doing nothing.
Right.
So that's one reason why, one of the many reasons I was never a drinker or did drugs or any of those things, is that would have been like totally wasted time.
Right, I know what you're saying.
And so I always wanted to be productive.
And you stick to that. You
Well, I'm not that good at it anymore.
No, but you stick to that thought that you not doing anything is a waste of time.
There are some negatives. I remember my professor, I one time had a meal with one of my professors, and he was saying, "You wolf your food down." It was like everything I did was quick. I wanted to get those types of things out of the way.
Yeah.
And I noticed it's just I wanted to make as much use as my time as possible. And so even still, there's some of that still there where I want to get something done. And something done could mean exercising.
Yeah,
could
of
mean
course.
enjoying yourself in many ways.
Yeah.
But not just vegetating.
No. Would you say, have people called you restless? If that's the right word. I mean...
I'm relaxed most of the time, so I don't look restless. I'm not like people whose knees are...
Yeah.
And have all that extra energy they have to get rid of. I don't think I'm ADD.
No.
Or anything like that. But... it's more like we only have so many years on the planet. We want to make the most of it, type of thing.
Yeah, some people think that maybe doing some of the stuff is also a waste of time. I mean, playing a game over and over and over again.
Well, I don't blame them. Playing a game over and over, it probably is a waste of time. And so, hopefully, I can do something productive with it. It's the way I make money. It's my job. So I work at it. I try to be efficient doing it. It's a bad game a lot of times. I'll quit. Wait to play in a good game. So I can be a little more efficient. So I don't think I'm. I try to be efficient anyway with how I spend my time. But,
it's working hours.
Yeah, but
in a way.
When I see my kids doing nothing, it bothers me because I was never like that when I was there.
Is there? Have you talked to them about it, and how do they say? Or how do they explain they enjoy doing nothing? I guess you had that argument a few times with them.
Well, your kids are young, so you'll see the frustration that goes in. But one of the things that just drives me crazy is we live in this information age with the internet. I mean, I might have just overdosed on the internet when I was a kid. Just so much to learn. When I was like 12 years old, my father had a master's in psychology. I read all the psychology books that he had on the shelf. By the time I took psychology in college, it was a joke. Easily got the highest score. And so, with books on our shelves, which is what I grew up with, the idea was you read all the books that are on the shelves in your house. That's kind of like how I thought.
Which is equivalent to the internet today, in a way.
On the internet, you can't read everything there. And so when my kids ask me questions, and I say, you can learn so much more. You just look it up, Wikipedia, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can learn so much more that I can't possibly know. And I just think how I would have been with that much access to information. Instead of sitting home reading an encyclopedia or what I might have done when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think sometimes that the internet and the Wikipedia is too big. Maybe that's a very good thing to do for your kids. Like your parents did, they put these books in the shelf.
Right.
You would give them these links to what to check up on.
Right, yeah.
Otherwise you drown.
Guide my kids. Well, I just say anytime my kids ask me a question about whatever it is, even if they ask me a question because I don't want to get it wrong, I'll go online and search it and read about it and find something obviously that I didn't know.
Of course.
Because the nice thing about the internet is, I think it was Newton who said, when they talk about his intelligence, he stood on the shoulders of of the men before him and women. Not to downgrade them. It's the same thing now. You get so many people knowledge, providing knowledge about different topics.
Of course.
That it's just collaboration is such a huge way to learn more. And so I don't know. It's like with my kids, I'm waiting until your kids are older. I mean, you're going to see. My kids are all. My youngest now is like 24.
Yeah.
So they're kind of grown up.
They're sort of on their own. No, well,
Yeah,
they
right.
should be
Now,
okay on their
we'll
own.
find out.
Yeah.
Either the worst is when they're 14 years old, where you don't even want to talk to them, and
Yeah.
now they know everything, and you don't know anything.
Yeah.
But it's still, I mean, it'll always drive me crazy that my kids don't have the thirst for knowledge.
Yeah, that's a very important thing to. Maybe that's the most important thing to try to teach your kids to become thirsty of knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, and then they sort it out themselves in a way. Now we're in London, and you're back here again. I think you're pretty fond of London, aren't you?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite cities. Probably the two favorite stops. I haven't gone to all the stops. Usually I just go to London and Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo's not one of my two favorites. A little too decadent, I think.
Yeah.
But Paris and London are probably my two favorite European cities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't been to Rome,
No.
and I haven't been to Athens.
No.
Those are two cities I want to visit. I don't think we have EPT stops there.
No, but maybe there would be room with an iPad to go to stuff like that as well.
Right, so I still want to see those cities.
Yeah. What makes London so nice, though?
I like the diversity. So this is, I think of America as a melting pot. Our slogan on the Statue of Liberty, bring us your huddled masses, searching to be free or whatever. So people, immigrants have come from all over and built up America. Yeah. I like that diversity. London is the melting pot city, I think, of the world.
I think so too. There's not one.
They don't always get along, but my vision for a better world is that everybody gets along from whatever their backgrounds are. And London's the place where it almost has to start and set that example. Yeah,
it's like they have there's no other way to get around. You have to get along with everyone here.
Yeah.
And people enjoy it. It seems like it's a very safe town in many ways.
Yeah, I feel pretty safe when I walk around here. And I mean, even, the diversity, and I mean, because mostly all I do is play poker and eat while I'm in London. But going to the Indian restaurant, going to the Lebanese restaurant, going to, there's diversity in the food too. I enjoy it. I enjoy that type of stuff.
You brought your girlfriend Alex this time as well. Is she good with making sure you see some stuff outside the poker room?
Yeah, she's. I have to do that, or she's going to be an unhappy camper. She's an unhappy camper today because I bubbled the main event, and I could have min cashed at least. And I played two events where I basically min cashed. So to keep cashing, then that means you have more money each day than you had before, Yeah. So that's kind of a good thing. But we've had a good trip. We went down to the Borough Market and got some nice food.
I saw some picture of a boar head.
Yeah, we had a boar's head. It wasn't to eat, it was on display. But we did have some boar's meat.
Yeah, how was that?
I'd rather have a good steak.
Yeah,
so
of course. Interesting, but not good.
Actually, to cash out of these things here, you have to go to the Hippodrome.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I had a steak at their steak place there. It was a decent steak. But we've gone around, and she enjoys London. If I keep cashing, it's like, you might say, it's not all that much money. But you got to keep her happy.
Yeah.
It makes her happy if I cash, I do well. And that way, she's the support person for me. So if I do well, then that means she feels she did well.
I know what you're saying. She's part of the team.
Yeah, she's part of the team.
Of course, we did well.
Yeah, she brings food at the breaks. Plans what we do for the dinner break, all that kind of stuff. Make sure I get up in the morning at the right time. So as part of the team, when I don't do well, I disappoint her. So I was a disappointment.
That sounds terrible.
I'll play the high roller tomorrow. Maybe I can make a mess.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Are you so after the high roller and the EPT here, you're heading for Paris?
Right, WSOP-E Paris.
Yeah. How do you look forward to that?
Yeah, again, as a trip, I want the trip I want to come out positive on the trip. So I made some money so far until I got knocked out here. I'll make enough money, I guess, hopefully for my buy-ins at the WSOP Europe, and then you always feel better when you're kind of free rolling from that point.
Of course.
Because in all fairness, for me as a cash game player, when I go on these trips, there's some sort of going with my girlfriend, enjoying ourselves and touring. But I am taking days off of work. I'm a cash game player. That's how I make my money. I would have been making money back in LA if I hadn't gone on this part. It's like
vacation sort of.
Well, there are three parts to this trip.
Okay.
It's part pleasure, taking a nice European trip with my girlfriend. It's part business, trying to make money in the tournaments, and the third is I'm a representative of
That's
Poker
what I'm
Stars.
saying.
And so it's part representing Pokerstars
Yeah.
and doing stuff for them. So I forced to do interviews with some Swedish guy.
It's horrible. You hate it, don't you?
Some Swedish site that where people don't.
300 views.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 300 views. I'm probably going to bore them all. And then you put them up on PokerTube.
Yeah.
They've already gotten tired of me.
No, we did some stuff.
We don't even get to talk. I mean, I always felt the first few years of poker, I never wanted to do interviews when the boom happened.
Yeah.
And I just said, if I win something, I'll do an interview. The winner should get interviewed.
Yeah.
If I don't win something, then I don't. Then let them. Let the winner do the interview.
I know you.
Me. So that's why it's kind of, you're my friend, so I do these interviews with you. But it's still against my whole idea. And
I know.
So there's that a little bit of annoyance that we're all even as poker players, so why interview me unless I've won something? And I was just thinking the other day, I hope I win something. Like I came in 5th in that Chinese open phase tournament when I was chip leader with 6 to go. I should have won that, but I think I played badly. I want to be able to answer the question without looking it up. When is the last time I won a tournament?
I know.
Is a question someone may ask me. I don't know the answer to it. I'm not going to look it up. Instead, I'm going to try to win something. And then I'll be happy to do some more interviews.
Yeah, but usually, even if you would have won an event, we would touch on that subject for 20 seconds or a minute, and then we would go on to the questions we usually do.
But I feel the beauty of poker, as opposed to other things, is we all start off even every tournament.
I know.
And it's every man's game.
Yeah.
I don't feel there should be class structure in tournament. I almost don't like the high roller tournaments and the re-entries because it creates a class structure in poker. I would rather have it be more like, okay, everyone, whether you're a working stiff or all you do is play poker, put your pants on, come here at the table, we all start with the same amount of chips, and let's see who's going to win. And that's, to me, the beauty. And anybody can enter.
Yeah.
Anyone can't enter other things.
No.
But in poker, everyone has a shot to enter. Maybe it'll be their day.
Yeah.
Or at least they can feel like it'll be their day.
Yeah.
So, so again, I like feeling that everybody's the same.
Excellent. I like that. Barry, I should let you go, and I hope you win something, so you will find more comfortable in talking with me soon again.
Well, you're my good luck charm.
Yeah.
You came by that Chinese tournament. I was doing pretty well then.
Yeah.
You came by the poker yesterday. I was doing pretty well then.
Yeah.
As you know, my last European trip, I got tied up in this Chinese poker game. I lost in everything. I don't even remember if I cashed anything.
I don't think you did.
I bubbled a bunch of things. And then they had some big Chinese poker game in, what's the Ellie? Not Ellie from America, Ellie from France.
Yeah,
He had a hotel room and
what was it, Carlton or something?
yeah, the Carlton.
I think the Carlton, yeah.
Is that in Monaco?
No, Cannes. In Cannes.
In Cannes, that's where it was. Okay.
Right.
And we played every night. I lost every single night. I was the big loser almost every single night. Except one night you came and dealt.
Yeah.
That's the only day I won. And usually I want to tell my girlfriend she's my good luck charm, but Rickard, I think it's you.
That's good. That's good. I'll try to show up more
So stick
often.
around poker.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And I'll do that.
Maybe I should have a percentage to show up, just to sit there.
I certainly think it's fair.
All right. Good luck to you, Barry, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.